Hi guys, welcome to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel. And before we get started, I'm not a doctor, I don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey, so please do your homework first. And thank you so much for coming along my journey on Ron's Keto Cafe. Picked up a half a dozen subscribers this past weekend, so thank you so much for that. I hope you've been enjoying my Shrinkables playlist that I have currently going on. And I hadn't been able to make any new ones because I ran out of eggs. I just picked up some eggs this weekend, so I hope to get back to making some more of those. And I'll be putting some more up at noontime when I can get a chance to make some. And let you know it's going really good. Now, week 203, we had an outstanding week. We lost 4 pounds this past week. Weighed in this morning at 249.7 pounds. So I feel really good because we're back in the 240s again. The goal is to get down to about 220, and once I get down to 220, I'm going to pretty much maintain it with maintenance and stay there hopefully the rest of my life, and maybe get down to 210, I don't know. But yeah, so we're coming up on my birthday on Thursday. I'm going to go live Thursday night around 7 or 8 o'clock, I believe, so I'm around that time frame anyway, so be watching for that. We'll say hi to me, wish me happy birthday, and you have a cash app in my link up top of the main section over there. You're welcome to buy me a cup of coffee. A couple of dollars for coffee would be sweet, and if you do, fine, thank you. If you can't afford it, that's fine too. But so much for coming along with the journey. It's been really well. I did an awful lot of walking again this week. Last Monday I went out and I did a 5-mile walk in the morning on a really hot summer day. I stopped at a couple of places, and I had one guy came out of his house and he was concerned about me because I was just leaning over like I was getting ready to pass out. And I had a towel over my head, and I was just kind of like drying up all the sweat. And I was just thinking back of all the good times we had in that particular neighborhood. And his daughter came out, she was talking to me too. Spanish people, they're really nice, and so I really appreciate that. From Friday night, Donna went to bingo, got a usual El Zippo, and yeah, had a good night everywhere. She had a really good crowd again. Saturday night, it was absolutely a fantastic day in our city. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold, it was just right, perfectly blue skies. So what happened on Saturday, we had Starburst. Now what Starburst is it's a local event that's put out by the city, and they announced the Citizens of the Year award, which there was 2 that got female and male. And they have the Neurotic Gumbo Band, and then after that it's followed by fireworks, and they give the Citizens Award by the mayor and another outstanding crowd. And yeah, so I took a lot of photographs. You might see some behind me on my the firework photographs that I took. And then I did the video. I had my mobile camera like that, and I had the other camera, but the other camera, I didn't like how the quality of the video came out. But you might see a little up and down a little bit, but I tried to keep the camera as steady as I could when I was trying to follow the fireworks up when they were shooting off. And so it taught me a lesson for next year, or whenever I go do fireworks again, to instead of bringing my other camera, but I definitely be using the mobile camera, because the mobile camera does a much better job because I'm filming out in 4K. And you know, so that video will be following up for this video with the fireworks, and I'll put the fireworks up on a separate video, but YouTube might have a problem with it because of copyright, and the some of the Neurotic Gumbo stuff. I might put 1 or 2 of their songs up there, but they're a local band out of Leominster. And for those of you who don't know, I live in Leominster, Massachusetts, and yeah, so I'm coming up on my end of my 4th year on low-carb weight loss, keto basically, for the most part of it, carnivore, and then of course every now and then I'll have to go off plan. But it's all part of life, everything's good, nothing new in the job front, but you know, I talked to John, the one that recommended me Saturday, and you know, I feel bad for him, you know, because he's getting a lot of heat because I left and I couldn't stay with the job, and he told me he's getting sick of it. He's been doing that job there for 40 years, he's just about had enough of it. You know, and you know, I told him I was sorry, but I just couldn't do the job. It was too much driving for me. I don't like driving, and I don't like I couldn't lift up the material. It was just too heavy for me. So that was a lesson learned. It is what it is. That's what life is all about: learning lessons and learning how to overcome anything that you got going on in your life. And you know, I'm just taking one day at a time, and you know, hope today is better than tomorrow, and tomorrow will be better than today. And that's the approach I'm taking with life right now. So I'm going to go over some tips for you to help you to get started on weight loss. So I'm going to give you my 10 favorite tips if you're a beginner to weight loss. So let me just go back a little bit in time. So in 2020, on August, I decided to start a YouTube channel, and I posted my first video on September 1st. And then earlier that year in 2020, I was 367 when I started. So I down to right now currently 249. So I've lost well over 120 pounds in that time frame. I can't exactly remember the exact off the top of my head, but when I edit the video, I'll put the amount on top of my head over there, somewhere over there, so you'll see how much I actually lost, and maybe with a before and after photograph, so you can give you an idea. And my goal was always to get down to 180, but when I actually hit 200 pounds a couple of times, I felt my face looked all shrinkled, and I looked like hell in my body, and it didn't feel like it was me. But so now that I'm 240-ish, 249, when I get back down to around 220, something like that, I think I'll feel pretty good, and I'll feel really good with that. And I'm still in a size 30, or right now a size 38 pants, but I was in a 36. I guess just about fit into a 36, but I don't like, you know, tight clothes on me, and I'm still in this extra large shirt, so that's part of it. It's really good. And that's the nice thing about losing weight, because when you lose weight, you can fit into smaller clothes, you can feel good about yourself, and you know, a lot of people will comment on your journey, and you know, even if you don't want to put yourself out there publicly like I did, just do the best you can. I'm here to support you. If you want my help, let me know, and I'll help you. So anyways, I'm going to share my top 10 tips. First of all, do your research. You can't stress that enough. Make sure whatever plan you decide to choose is right for you. I've tried all the plans that they had out there. Believe you me, I tried all the plans. Jenny the Craigs, the Weight Watchers, Nutrisystems, South Beach Diet, and I finally settled on the ketogenic lifestyle because it worked. And as long as you're really careful with the carbs, and you know how many carbs you should be tracking, and how many calories you should be eating, you're gonna lose weight. You know, in the beginning, I was averaging about 6 pounds a month on weight loss in some months. Now, at the very beginning, I was losing a lot of weight because I had an awful lot of water in me. So when that all flushed out of me, and when I started getting more protein in me, the weight it was averaging about maybe 2.5 pounds a week to 3 pounds a week of weight loss, and I'm still averaging not that much, but I'm averaging about a pound and a half a week of weight loss a week now. I'm back on track, and I feel really good. So one of my best advices I could give you is do your homework and get permission from your doctors. You have to have a doctor's support on this. You can do it yourself if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. You know, but yeah. And also, just wanted to mention too, when I started my weight loss, I had sleep apnea. I was on all kinds of medication. I had depression. I had bipolar depression. God, the damn friggin' medicine that they were giving me, and I was taking it, and it was causing me to have all kinds of negative effects, like suicidal effects and all that stuff there. But when I started coming out of all that, when I reconnected my faith with God and Jesus and everything, I got rid of all that, got rid of all the medication. No longer have sleep apnea, no longer have depression. I had lymphedema in my right leg. It was really, really swollen, and that's no longer there anymore. I had eczema in my right leg and some other areas of my body. That's all gone away. And you know, I just can't thank you guys enough for supporting the channel and for supporting me on my weight loss journey, and I truly mean that. So the second advice I would have is take lots and lots of measurements and photographs. Now, when I first started, I took measurements of my neck, my biceps, my chest to chest, my belly button to belly button, and my waist to waist, and my ankle to my ankles. And I wanted to get a really good measurement on me and to get started to see where I was. And we're going to do another complete set on the anniversary date when we post another video in September. But to definitely do that. And which brings me to the number 3, take lots and lots of photos. Try to, if you can, go in the same spot in your house or outside or wherever, but you may be better if you have a significant other or a friend that can help you with it. Take full frame photographs and take lots of profiles from your face down and however different angles of your photographs, and you'll be happy that you did, and store them on a portable hard drive somewhere or a flash drive. And how I store my photographs, I put week 1 update, week 2 update, and that sort of thing, and then I categorize them by the dates and any photographs that I take and any history that I write down. I write down everything in journal, and then I record it that way, because I may or may not want to write a book at some point in my life, and so that would be the best advice I can give you. But if you don't want to put yourself out there publicly, that's fine, but just trust me, you're going to be happy that you took all these photographs. You're going to even laugh at it, because I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't even want to have their photograph taken for whatever reason. And I get that, because I was that way growing up as a child. Sadly, I only got maybe about 40 photographs when I was a kid growing up, and now maybe I'll put 1 or 2 up there so you can see. I was a normal child back then, especially my favorite one there behind me there, that little guy with the hat there, and that was one of my favorite photographs of me when I was a kid. And then, of course, I idolized Batman as a kid, and you can see me in a Batman thing over there and on my bike, and so we had a lot of fun, activities when I was a kid. Now I told you guys that I grew up with 3 sisters, so I didn't have too many guy friends when I was a kid growing up. We had some neighbors that moved in. I eventually became friendly with them, and that's all the friends I had growing up as a kid. So I spent a lot of days with my sisters doing girly stuff, and it is what it is. But I was always a lonely child for being a guy by myself. My dad was always out drinking, he was never around, and eventually he passed away when he was 50, and my mom brought up 4 kids on her own. So it was rough on her, and it was rough on me, it was rough on everybody. But it is what it is. I feel pretty good. I've been very, very blessed. So I would say take a lot of photographs and store them in a portable hard drive, and if you don't want to share them with your Facebook or anything like that, don't worry about it, but at least you'll have it for your own personal records. Because at some point you might want to. I want to just tell you something about the photographs. I follow Low-Carb Revelation with Paula. She's lost a ton of weight doing keto, her and her husband Ed. And they're a great YouTuber, by the way. Their link is in the show more. And all the weight that she lost, if you're a female, Women's Day magazine just recently got a hold of her. She just did a photo shoot with them for all the weight she lost. So, how cool is that, right? And they actually paid her for that, I believe. And she had to go out and buy some new clothes and new dresses and stuff like that. And they flew her out on a location somewhere so that she could take photographs with that photographer. So kudos for her, right? So, who knows, it might lead you to an opportunity, right? So take lots and lots of photographs and store them on a hard drive. That was the number 3 tip. Number 4 would be document your journey using Word doc program and pick up a daily planner and write down all your everyday activity, your food log and all that. That's what I've been doing. That's why I've been so successful, guys. I can't stress that enough. Again, you might want to write a book about yourself. Maybe your local newspaper might want to get a hold of you and do a story. It's been really a marvelous experience helping people. Now, I've been helping people that are in the 80s and 90s to lose weight. I have people that are following me from the Philippines and from Germany, from all over the place. There's no excuse not to get out there and get moving and get healthy. So that would be the number 4. Okay, number 5 would be get family support and friends. I can't stress that enough. As far as your friends go, I would not tell them that you're trying to lose weight. Unless you have a really close friend that you can tell that they're not going to bust your choppers like people used to do to me all the time. And your family, I can remember the very first month I was on low-carb. I just had a birthday party, and it was a 60th birthday party, and she had cake, ice cream, the whole shebang for regular people that eat regular foods. And my stomach was so big that time, oh my gosh. But Yeah, and I didn't have any of the cake. I didn't have any of the ice cream. I kept it really simple, and I kept the carbs down really low that day, and I got through it, and and I felt really good. And but if you have to go to a birthday function or something like that, or like a funeral, and they got a reception at the end of the funeral, or at a hall or something, you can always bring your own food. People don't usually have a problem with it. I do that once in a while, and sometimes I'll even make something for the hall, and I won't tell them that it's low carb weight loss, and you could do that too. Okay, so get family, friends, and support. Number 6 tip is calculate how many calories, macros you need to be consuming using programs such as Carb Manager or MyFitnessPal. I mean, I use Carb Manager all the time. My carb count is around 27 net carbs a day. There's a big difference between 70 net carbs and total carbs. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to lose weight. I've had some people comment on some of my videos about that because I got confused myself. I'm going to give you an example. I bought some of those mission wraps, and it said like 20 net. I thought it was net carbs, but anyways, it was a lot more carbs than I should have been eating that day. And that was even though they're marked keto, you got to be mindful of that and how many carbs you're allowed to eat. So if you're making like 2 mission wraps and you're probably already eating 40 carbs just on the mission wraps alone, even though they're that thin. And of course, all the other junk you're putting into it, whatever for your wrap. I used to make these quindillas there for these egg sandwiches. I want to make some more of those again pretty soon, but I'm going to make them I'll make my own tortilla wraps, and I'll have those videos up when I get them up there. And don't forget too, I got a Shrinkables playlist too. I share that every day at noontime when I have to make some more, but I have 90-something Shrinkables videos up there for you guys. So number 7, try fasting. There are many different types of fast, like a 16-8, 19-1, and AD fasting. AD fasting, alternate day fasting, like you eat one day and fast one day. You don't eat anything and drink just nothing but plain water with salt in it with the electrolytes. Now my favorite is 16-8 fasting. I usually eat 2 times a day. I start eating around 11 and maybe one late in the afternoon or early evenings meal, and then I don't have anything else in between, and that's how I've been very successful. And sometimes most of the time lately I do like a morning breakfast, like a few eggs and sausages. That's my carnivore meal, and then the rest of the day is keto meals. That's how I've been doing my meals. And the 23-1 way, I didn't care for that. Let me go like an OMAD, 1 meal a day. That's really hard. But it's easier to figure out your calories. You figure when you weigh everything all up, that's what I got to eat. If I eat early in the morning, that's fine, but I can't eat nothing until the next following day. Well, can you go that far without, having anything to eat? I don't know. It's up to you. I tried that for about a month, and I didn't care for it. So I went back to 16-8. And then the other side is exercise. Get out there and move. Join a gym. Find a walking partner or a gym buddy. And you know that the medical insurance company, if you do join a gym, they'll usually reimburse you. Mine reimburses me up to $250 a year. So basically, you can go to the gym for nothing, really. And getting a walking buddy, I can't. Oh God, my friend Mary, she used to go walk with me all the time, and decided in my first few years. Now that her husband's retired, she hasn't got too much time for me anymore. But we're still friends. But every now and then I'll find a walking buddy that will go walking with me, grabbing photographs on location, or if I'm out walking the streets and if I see somebody I recognize or I make a friend, hey, can you grab a photograph of me for my weight loss? And I don't have a problem with that. I used to be all shy and couldn't think about how I wanted to ask somebody to help me out with that. But you'd be surprised how many times if you tell people what you're trying to accomplish, they'll help you out by taking a photograph. And this is what's really great about the mobile phone, because you can just take a nice selfie photograph of yourself there, and even and it'd be really cool about it. So as far as me, for how I've been successful in the early day of 220, I joined the gym, and I was there almost a year and a half before they closed down. I could get involved in another gym. But now basically what I'm doing and how I really lost all my weight was walking religiously. I average about 2 to 3 miles a day on good days when it's not raining out like today. So I figured I'd do my week 203 update. But and then I told you, Monday I walked 5 miles one day. There was one day I walked 10 miles one day. That was really spent that day. But You know, and eventually I ended up blowing out both hips. I got both hips replaced, and I feel pretty good now. And I'm ready to go skydiving, which is still one of my journey goals, and on my bucket list goals. And I want to climb one of those rocks somewhere, and I still want to go in a hot air balloon at some point. And number 9 is stay away from negative people. I can't stress that enough. At the beginning of my journey, I lost 50 pounds, and I told some elderly people that I volunteering with that, I'm down 50 pounds, and one made a really bad comment. He said, "What are you going to do? You're going to go out and celebrate by buying a pizza?" No, I'm going to go out and celebrate by going walking. So don't tear people up. Stay away from negative people, because you don't know what's inside of that person's head, or why that person got to be how they got to be big or whatever. They could have been going through some emotional trauma as a kid, and getting to a point where you don't give a shit, and it's putting on all kinds of weight and stuff like that. And and that's basically what happened to me. And I'm gonna have a follow up to all this here on my anniversary day with some new and before after photographs, and some earlier photographs of my childhood, and maybe some small little video that I had. The 35mm video might be kind of fun to see. You can see me when I was a kid, and when I put this all together, I'll do like a voiceover. And so just stay away from negative people, and it's not worth getting into an argument with them. But trust me on that one. Okay, and the last one, finally, before we close out, is believe in yourself and your faith, and remember you can do this. Now, I get up every morning, usually around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I spend an hour time in quiet time, in prayer, and then I start listening to the prophetic prophets, the ones that I know that are pretty much accurate what's going on. So I'm very encouraged what I'm seeing, even though you're not seeing a lot of stuff right now in the natural, which you should be seeing pretty soon. So I would encourage you just to believe in your faith and believe in yourself that you can do this. And we all know you can do this. I have faith in you, and God has faith in you, and you have faith in God. And if you don't believe in God, that's fine. Just believe in yourself, knowing that you can and you will get to achieve your goals. So be that as said, I'm going to leave and say thank you for coming along with the journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll set this up as a premiere and the fireworks video. So this will probably be about a 45-minute video. So anyways, have a great day. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Remember, I love you. God loves you. Have an amazing day.
Beautiful